long-awaited battle between Jiren and Hit is at long last about to begin as we make our way into Dragon Ball Super episode 111 as we have Universe 6 and Universe 7's mightiest warriors collide for the very first time, following the battle with Son Goku and Jiren, as right now we're about to dive into the Dragon Ball Super episode 111 breakdown preview to further analyze the events of the upcoming episode, as Jiren and Hit are set to have a very ferocious and violent battle going into next week's episode. And again, if you guys are fans of Dragon Ball and new to the channel, I highly encourage you guys to go ahead and punch that subscribe button, and more notably enough, click that bell icon. That way you guys can be notified whenever a Dragon Ball video is posted onto this channel, in conjunction to news, information, updates, spoiler leaks, and discussions. Hashtag notification squad. As the first image we go into is a literal image of Jiren having to pounce on top of Hit by stomping his stomach in over and over and over again, as Goku begins to narrate and saying, "Hey, it's me, Goku." The ultimate fight between Universe 11 and Universe 6's strongest, Hit and Jiren. And we also get to see Kaba in the distance. It looks like Hit may be in some kind of trouble, as Universe 6's teammates of Hit are probably trying to cheer him on, as we pan into a very interesting scene of Hit trying to attempt to punch Jiren in the face, with Jiren easily having to avoid Hit in several cases and not being touched by Hit, as we head into the next scan, unironically enough, with Jiren being the one to punch Hit directly in the face. Now, judging based on this battle and judging based on the writer Toshio on Twitter, he already confirmed that this fight is going to be a very violent and ferocious fight, with also the spoilers having to confirm Hit actually improving his time skip on Jiren. Now, speaking of time skip, we also get to see a very terrifying shot of Hit attempting to use time skip on Jiren, but each and every single time he attempts to do so, it looks like Jiren counters it, with one shot in particular having to basically showcase Hit behind Jiren, and it looks like Jiren not only catches up, but the following motion as Hit is trying to attempt to catch Jiren once again, it looks like once again it backfires as Jiren counters. So these four scans in particular clearly shows you that time skip is ineffective against the character of Jiren's nature, as every single time Hit looks to move behind Jiren, it looks like Jiren counters very, very easily. And the only other person that was able to deflect and negate the time skip was in fact Goku, but also we have to take into consideration as to how much Hit has improved over time as well. But even with that, it looks like Hit isn't going to be the only one who's going to be going on the offensive, as we get to see another shot in particular of Jiren, who I think looks very great in this image, throwing down against Hit. And as you guys can see according to the next picture, it looks like Hit is doing everything he can to block off against Jiren's punches. And of course, for somebody who is inferior to Jiren in terms of raw power, it is quite impressive to see Hit actually be able to get hit on purpose according to spoilers, just to simply improve, as we also get to see another boxing-like pose from Jiren as he attempts to beat down Hit. And of course, just as it all happens, Hit is doing everything in his power to deflect and negate Jiren's punches, and it looks like it's actually as a result of Jiren's kick that ultimately causes Hit's defenses to pretty much be broken, in Jiren having to kick Hit right in the face and sending him literally flying across the arena. And how many other people aside from Goku can you really say were able to go toe-to-toe against Hit? Even having to see Goku, who is still in this tournament, having to look very battle damaged, seeming very surprised and very shocked on the idea that even the assassin Hit is getting pushed back by Jiren. If you think about it, it's fairly rare for someone like Hit to actually meet someone who's vastly superior than even he is. As we go into the next shot here, it clearly looks like Hit is attempting to kick Jiren, and of course Jiren having to duck and dodge, and afterwards, in which I have to say, no matter what Hit tries to do in using time skip and trying to sweep his feet under, it looks like literally to no avail, nothing is actually working, as later on we get to see Jiren pretty much grab Hit by the face and sending him hurtling on down into the ground. Now, what's important to note is the fact that as Jiren is sending Hit flying on down into the dirt, it looks like Hit is fast enough to avoid the fact that he was about to hit the ground in trying to use time skip yet again to catch Jiren off guard, in which it ultimately fails as we see Jiren counter the time skip once more. So no matter how many times Hit attempts to use time skip during this episode, each and every single time he uses it, he will fail. However, it is noted by Goku in questioning the fight and saying, will Hit's secret attack work? And we have to beg the question as to what exactly this secret attack is. Is it something that can prove to be very effective, or is this something that can ultimately jeopardize Hit's chances in getting further in the Tournament of Power? As we then get to see another shot of Hit having to seemingly struggle in the idea that he's attempting to use that one deadly move, as we've seen before, which pretty much neutralizes and in some cases kills the host as Hit uses it, as Hit told Goku, all I need to do is use the technique once. And after that, we get to see how Goku even says, or will Jiren's strength overpower Hit and destroy him? So Goku is even begging the question if this is going to work, and unironically enough, if you can go back to what I just said, Hit uses this one special attack that neutralizes the host, and we get to see how Jiren pretty much cocks his hand back, and then afterwards he sticks his hand out and he completely destroys the attack. The one attack, the invisible attack, that's supposed to strike the heart or strike any vital point in taking you out, is completely negated by Jiren. So keep that in mind. Spirit Bomb, no good. Goku's new instant self-mastery of movement, failed. Hit's time skip, failed. Cross dimension, failed. The assassination killing ability, in which we're seeing now, it looks like, according to Jiren, it is now deflected and failed, as by the end of it, the episode is titled the Surreal Supreme Battle, Hit versus Jiren. Now, if you guys can pay close attention, you can clearly see that there is some sort of barrier between the two, as we also get to pan into another shot here, which showcases Hit. He sticks his hand out, but we don't know why. What is this attack that Hit is trying to use? Of course, this could be anything. It could be a blast, it could be some sort of an attack that pretty much can render Jiren motionless for the time being, as by the very end of the episode, it looks like Hit once again is able to use time skip or even cross dimensions in teleporting right behind Jiren, and more notably enough, it looks like Hit actually lands an attack on him. But of course, if you look very closely, according to the last scan, it looks like it's an attack actually struck from behind, so it looks like Hit may momentarily, for a slight given second, paralyze Jiren in creating some sort of a weak point or a gateway to bring Jiren down even further as the tournament progresses. One of two things are bound to happen. Either A, Hit succeeds, or B, Hit fails. A lot of us are making the assumption that Hit is indefinitely going to fail, that maybe he may not be quick enough to improve and come back at Jiren before Jiren can take him out, but of course this is Hit we're talking about here, so never underestimate Hit and his ability to improve on his opponent fast enough without them even knowing as to what had just happened. As we also get to see, based on Dragon Ball Super episode 110, the way Jiren is placed in Dragon Ball Super, he is a character that never lets his guard down. So how is an assassin who specializes in killing supposed to fully neutralize and taking his target out if the target never seems to drop their guard? So post your comments down below, guys. What are your overall thoughts on Hit versus Jiren? What are your overall thoughts on their battle? Do you guys believe that this battle is going to be more ferocious and intense than the battle with Son Goku and Jiren? What are your overall thoughts as to who may win? If you guys have missed out my previous discussion videos on this specific topic, you guys might want to go on ahead and check those out. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you guys cannot wait for next week's episode, go on ahead and slap a like down below. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to punch that subscribe button, guys, and enable all notifications. And of course, if you guys don't know, I have exclusive UnrealEntGaming Super Saiyan 4 God of Destruction Raikon t-shirts that are only going to be made available for the next couple of days. So if you guys want to go on ahead and support the channel further and rock some pretty awesome merchandise, you guys can go on ahead and find the link to that down in the comment section description box below. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you guys have not checked out our Hit versus Jiren discussion videos either, I will go on ahead and link everything down below. The hype continues. What an amazing special it was. Tune back in for more, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below, guys. Have a great day. Peace.